Yes, now we shall go to the next problem. Next problem. A pre-tension beam 200 mm wide and 300 mm deep is pre-stressed by 10 wires of 7 mm dia, initially stressed to 1200 Newton per mm square with their centroid located 100 mm from the soffit. Find the maximum stress in concrete immediately after transfer, allowing shortening. If the concrete undergoes further creep and shrinkage, while there is 5% relaxation of the steel stress, estimate the final stress in wires using IS code regulations and the following data. Take Young's modulus of steel is equal to 210 kilonewton per millimeter square. Young's modulus of concrete is equal to 5700 root FCK, where FCK is 42 Newton per mm square. Creep coefficient phi is equal to 1.6. Shrinkage strain is equal to 3 into 10 raised to minus 4. So this is the given problem. ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ, say it is a pre-tensioned beam. Pre-tensioned beam means we have to calculate 4 losses: elastic deformation, shrinkage, creep. Okay, those are the losses we need to identify. First he is telling, he has given the details. Width of the beam is 200 mm wide and depth deep is 300 mm deep. It is pre-stressed by 10 wires of 7 mm dia wires. ಅಂದರೆ 10 wires ಇದೆ, each wire diameter ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 7 mm ಇದೆ, and initial stress of 1200 Newton per mm square. 1200 Newton per mm square initial stress ಇದೆ with their centroidal axis 100 mm from the soffit. ಅಂದರೆ beamನ soffit ಇದ್ದ 100 mm distance ಅಲ್ಲಿ centroid of the steel ಇದೆ. Then eccentricity will be equal to, this total depth is 300 mm. Half of the depth means 150 mm. From bottom of the beam or soffit of the beam to the centroid of the steel is 100 mm. It implies that the distance between CG of the concrete to the CG of the steel is equal to 50 mm. Because this total depth will be 150. 150 minus 100, it will be equal to 50 mm. Now, in this case, the eccentricity is equal to 50 mm. Eccentricity ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ 50 mm ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay. Now, the eccentricity is equal to 50 mm. ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ next? The maximum, we need to calculate the maximum stress ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ. And also he has given, if the concrete undergoes, first we need to calculate the loss due to elastic shortening. Then by keeping elastic shortening as the base, we need to calculate the losses pertaining to the creep and shrinkage of the concrete and also 5% relaxation of the steel stresses. Now we shall go with the problem. Say cross-sectional dimensions are given, hence we can find out the area of the concrete. Area is equal to 200 by 300, that is 60,000 mm square. It is a rectangular section. Moment of inertia will be equal to BD cube by 12. Breadth of the beam 200 mm, depth of the beam 300 mm, BD cube by 12. It will be 450 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Initial force in the cable, that is pre-stressing force, PI, capital PI indicates initial pre-stressing force in the cable. Now this PI will be equal to, how to calculate the force means stress should be multiplied with the area of the steel. Since there are 7 wires, since there are 7 wires, 7 mm dia wires of 10 numbers, it should be multiplied by pi d square by 4 into number of wires. Pi d square by 4. 7 mm means pi d square by 4. The diameter of each wire is 7 mm into multiplied by number of cables. That will be the area of the steel. Area of the steel multiplied by stress in the steel, 1200. We are going to get the initial pre-stressing force, PI. Initial pre-stressing force is equal to, on simplification, it is 462 kilonewton. On simplification, the initial pre-stressing force in the cable will be equal to 462 kilonewton. Now, first loss due to elastic shortening. Loss due to elastic shortening. How to calculate the loss due to elastic shortening? We have this formula. Loss is equal to, it should be multiplied by modular ratio and the stress in concrete at the level of steel. Modular ratio into stress in concrete at the level of steel. How to calculate the modular ratio? Modular ratio is given by it is the ratio of Young's modulus of the steel to the Young's modulus of the concrete. Young's modulus of the steel, it is given 210 kilonewton per mm square, hence it is 210 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square divided by Young's modulus of concrete 5700 root FCK. FCK in this problem it is given it as 42 Newton per mm square, hence 5700 root 42. Now the modular ratio is equal to 5.68. Now we have calculated the modular ratio. Then what you need to calculate? You need to calculate the stress in concrete at the level of steel, that is FC value you need to calculate. FC value, how to calculate the FC value? You have the equation, stress in concrete at the level of steel is equal to P divided by A plus P into E divided by I into position of the steel. This P into E indicates the moment due to pre-stressing force. This PE indicates the moment due to pre-stressing force, and this E indicates the position of the steel. Where is the position of the steel from the centroidal axis of the concrete? It is eccentricity. Now on simplification, P indicates the initial pre-stressing force, P high. We have calculated in the previous step. Pi is equal to 462 into 10 raised to 3 kilonewton. Sorry, 462 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. 462 into 10 raised to 3 divided by area of the concrete. We have to take it here. Area of the concrete is 60,000 mm square, and 60,000 plus P into E. P means pre-stressing force in the cable, 462 into 10 raised to 3 Newton, into position of the cable 50 divided by moment of inertia BD cube by 12. For rectangular section, for this problem it is 450 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4, hence 450 into 10 raised to 6 into position of the steel. Where is the position of the steel? At what level you are calculating the loss in the concrete? Hence it is 50 mm from the centroidal axis of the concrete. Hence this value, that is position of the steel, is 50 mm. On simplification, you will get the FC value. FC means it is the stress in concrete at the level of steel. FC is equal to 10.27 Newton per mm square. 10.27 Newton per mm square. So this is the FC value. Now how to calculate the loss due to elastic shortening or elastic deformation means loss is equal to M into FC, where M is the modular ratio, which is equal to 5.68 into FC value 10.27. Now the loss due to elastic shortening will be equal to 58.33 Newton per mm square. So this is the loss due to elastic deformation. Istu loss agutte elastic deformation inda. Problem alli ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ, you need to allow it for the elastic deformation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಲಾಸ್ ನ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ನ ಬೇಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಏನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್, it was taken at 1200 Newton per mm square. Now we are not going to concentrate this 1200 Newton per mm square, because in this total amount of stress we need to subtract the loss due to elastic shortening. That is, due to elastic shortening the loss is equal to 58.33 Newton per mm square. Now we have to subtract this quantity of loss, 1200 minus 58.33, which is equal to 1141.67 Newton per mm square. Say this is the loss now. Say this is the stress in the steel. Now we have to take this one as the base. Again, in the next step we need to calculate the loss due to creep. Iವಾಗ creep calculate ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Creep calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? First we need to calculate the pre-stressing force, because what you have calculated, that will be the pre-stressing force before elastic shortening. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ now we are allowing it for the elastic shortening. After allowing it for the elastic shortening, now the pre-stressing force in the cable will going to change. Now that quantity of pre-stressing force we have to calculate. Same way, quantity of pre-stressing force P is equal to stress in the steel multiplied by area of the steel. First step ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1200 ಜೊತೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1200 ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಡಿಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಲಾಸ್ ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಾನು, ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಅಲೋ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ನಿಂಗ್. Find the maximum stress in concrete immediately after transfer, allowing only for elastic shortening. Then, if the concrete undergoes further creep and shrinkage, while there is 5% relaxation of the steel stress, estimate the final percentage loss ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆಗೋಕೆ ನಾವು ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಈ ಲಾಸ್ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆನಲ್ಲ 58.33, ಈ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿನ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿನ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, 1141.67 ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಪರ್ mm square ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ. Now the pre-stressing force, that is pre-stressing force in the cable after allowing for the elastic deformation or elastic shortening is equal to stress in the cable multiplied by area of the cable. Stress in the cable, it is excluding the elastic shortening losses, 1141.67 into same 5d square by 4 into number of wires. Now the pre-stressing force will be equal to 440 kilonewton. First initial force in the cable 462 ಇತ್ತು. ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ ನಾವು ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಹೆನ್ಸ್ the pre-stressing force in the cable will going to decrease. Now we have to take this one as the pre-stressing force. That is, the pre-stressing force in the cable is 440 kilonewton. 440 kilonewton. ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, we need to calculate the loss due to creep. ಡಾಟಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ, whether he has given the ultimate creep or creep coefficient. He has given the creep coefficient. Since he has given the creep coefficient, from creep coefficient method only we need to find out the losses due to creep in the concrete. That is, loss is equal to m into phi into fc. This is the formula. Then what you mean by m? M is the modular ratio, which is equal to Young's modulus of steel divided by Young's modulus of the concrete. That is m. We have already calculated. It is 1.6. Phi, creep coefficient. Creep coefficient, it is given in the data. That is creep coefficient in the concrete. ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, creep coefficient in the concrete, it is 1.6. creep coefficient ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, 1.6 ಇದೆ. modular ratio 5.68 ಇದೆ. modular ratio 5.68, creep coefficient 1.6. then FC means that is stress in concrete at the level of steel. ಇದು ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. FC ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು FC ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ, ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಅಲೋ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂ ಪ್ರೀ-ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ the losses due to elastic deformation. Now the formula will remains the same. FC is equal to P divided by A plus P into E divided by I into E. ಈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ pre-stressing force change ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. All other parameters remains the same. Now the pre-stressing force is 440 kilonewton. 440 into 10 raised to 3 divided by area of the concrete 60,000 plus pre-stressing moment due to pre-stressing force P into E, 440 into 10 raised to 3 into 50 divided by moment of inertia of the rectangular section. For this problem it is 450 into 10 raised to 6 into position of the steel, that is 50 mm from the central axis of the concrete. Now the FC value is 9.78 Newton per mm square. So this is the stress in the concrete at the level of steel. Now we have to substitute this FC value in this formula. It is 9.78 into creep coefficient 1.6, modular ratio 5.68. Now the loss due to creep is equal to 88.86 Newton per mm square. Now this is the procedure to calculate the loss due to creep. In the next step, we shall calculate the loss due to shrinkage of the concrete. We have the ultimate shrinkage of the concrete, hence the loss is equal to ultimate shrinkage of the concrete multiplied by Young's modulus of the steel, which is equal to 3 into 10 raised to minus 4. It is given in the data, multiplied by Young's modulus of the steel 2.1 into 10 raised to 5. It is also given in the data. Hence the loss due to shrinkage is equal to 63 Newton per mm square. Loss due to shrinkage is equal to 63 Newton per mm square. Then we need to calculate the losses due to relaxation of the stresses in the steel. It is relaxation stresses in the steel. Loss is equal to just 5% of the initial stress. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 5% ಆಫ್ ದ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್. 5% ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 5 divided by 100. It is 0.05. 0.05 should be multiplied by the initial stress. Initial stress it is 1200. Initial stress ಬದಲಿ ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 1141.67 ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? 1200. Because in the data he has mentioned it is when there is 5% relaxation of the steel stresses, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ we need to take initial stress as the base. 5% of the initial stress, 0.05 into 1200. Now it is 60 Newton per mm square. Now we need to add all these four losses. It is total loss is equal to loss due to relaxation, shrinkage, creep and elastic deformation. If we add all the losses, it will be 270.19 Newton per mm square. The losses, total loss is 270. Now how to calculate the percentage loss? Percentage loss of stress is equal to total loss divided by initial stress in the steel multiplied by the 100. Because we are expressing in terms of percentage, total loss divided by initial stress into 100. Now it will be 22.52%. 22.52% of the 1200 Newton per mm square will be the losses due to elastic deformation, shrinkage, creep and relaxation of the steel in the PAC bond. This is about the solution for this problem. Any doubts in this 8th problem? 8th problem ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆನಾ? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Yes. Shall I move to the next problem?
Yes, sir.
Next problem, 9th problem. A pre-tensioned concrete beam of cross section 250 by 250 mm. So it is a square section, contains 60 pre-stressed wires. Yes, the number of wires are 60. 60 pre-stressed wires, each of 2 mm diameter, uniformly distributed over the entire cross section. This is very important. The wires, that is pre-stressing wires, are distributed in the concrete throughout. Uniformly they are distributed over the entire cross section. This uniform distribution statement is very important. Uniformly distributed means it implies that CG of the concrete will going to coincide with the CG of the steel. CG means center of gravity of the steel will going to coincide with the center of gravity of the concrete. It implies that the eccentricity, the distance between CG of the concrete and distance between CG of the steel is equal to 0. So this is the meaning of this statement. Now we move to the remaining data. The wires are initially tensioned with a total pre-stressing force of 300 kN. The initial PI in the cable is 300 kN. If Young's modulus of steel is 210 kN per mm square and Young's modulus of concrete is 32 kN per mm square, calculate the respective stresses in steel and concrete, assuming up to this point only loss of stress due to elastic ಶಾರ್ಟನಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಶಾರ್ಟನಿಂಗ್ ಆಗೋ ತನಕ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್, ಇಫ್ ದ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋಸ್ ಫರ್ದರ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಕ್ರೀಪ್ ಅಂಡ್ shrinkage, take creep strain as 30 into 10⁻⁶ and shrinkage strain as 200 into 10⁻⁻3, where there is a relaxation of 5% of the steel stress. Find the loss of pre-stress and final pre-stressing force. ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಪಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎ ಪ್ರೀ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್. ಪ್ರೀ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ we need to find out 4 losses. Which are the 4 losses? Losses due to elastic deformation, losses due to creep, losses due to shrinkage, and losses due to relaxation of stresses in the steel. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಕ್ರೀಪ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಕ್ರೀಪ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಕ್ರೀಪ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೀಪ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದ, ಹೆನ್ಸ್ in this problem the change is creep strain, and also eccentricity is 0 in this problem. This is about the data. Now we shall go with the solution. Cross sectional area of the concrete 250 by 250, which is equal to 62,500 mm square. It is a rectangular section, so moment of inertia will be equal to BDQ by 12. Depth divided by 12. It will be 325.52 into 10⁻⁶ mm raised to 4. Now, first class we have to concentrate is about the elastic shortening. Elastic shortening loss is equal to modular ratio multiplied by stress in concrete at the level of steel. Modular ratio is equal to Young's modulus of steel divided by Young's modulus of the concrete. Now, which is equal to 210 into 10⁻³ divided by 32 into 10⁻³ is equal to 6.56. So the modular ratio for this problem is 6.56. Then modular ratio you need to calculate the FC, stress in concrete at the level of steel. FC is equal to P by A. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಯಾವುದು, ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ರೀಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ, ಆ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಟರ್ಮ್ನ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ? Because eccentricity is 0. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ 0? Because in the data he has clearly given that the wires are uniformly distributed over the entire cross section. The statement is very important. Uniformly distributed over the entire cross section means the CG of the concrete will going to coincide with the CG of the steel. Hence, the eccentricity is equal to 0. Eccentricity is equal to 0 means second term will be equal to 0. Second term ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 0 ಆಯಿತು. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? FC is equal to only first term, capital P divided by A. Pre-stressing force ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 300 kilonewton ಇದೆ. So 300 into 10⁻³ divided by area of the concrete 62,500 mm square, which is equal to 4.8 Newton per mm square. Say this is the stress in concrete at the level of steel. Now FC is equal to 4.8 Newton per mm square. How to calculate the loss? Modular ratio multiplied by the stress in concrete at the level of steel. Modular ratio is 6.56 and this FC value is 4.8. Now the loss due to elastic shortening will be equal to 31.49 Newton per mm square. So this is the loss due to elastic deformation. ಈಗ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಡಿಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಅಲೋ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಡಿಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೇ ದಿಸ್ ಲಾಸ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ನಾವು ಕ್ರೀಪ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ನಿಂಗ್ PI is equal to P divided by A. P ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 300 into 60 wire, 60 divided by pi by 4 into, since 2 mm is the diameter of the wire, 2 square. Now the initial stress before elastic shortening is still before elastic shortening, we will going to represent it as P0. P0 is equal to 1591.55 Newton per mm square, 1591 Newton per mm square. The next step, stress in steel after elastic deformation. After elastic deformation ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಡಿಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ನ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ? ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ನಿಂಗ್ನ ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. If you allow it for the elastic shortening, now the stress in steel after elastic shortening will be equal to 1591.55 minus 31.49. Now this will be the actual present stress after allowing for the elastic deformation. That is, stress in the steel is equal to 1560.06 Newton per mm square. Now we have to take this one as the base. We have allowed for the elastic deformation. Now we know the stress in the steel. We know the area of the steel. Now can you calculate the pre-stressing force in the cables? Yes, pre-stressing force is equal to stress multiplied by area. Stress in steel 1560.06 into 60 wires are there, and 60 into cross-sectional area of each wire, pi d square by 4. Now the pre-stressing force in the cable is equal to 294.06 kilonewton. 294.06 kilonewton. Now you can calculate FC. FC is equal to P by A. Again, second term ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. The wires are distributed uniformly over the cross section. This implies that eccentricity is equal to 0. CG of the concrete will go into coincide with the CG of the steel. Hence FC is equal to P by A. Pre-stressing force, that is 294. What you have calculated after the elastic shortening? 294.06 into 10 raised to 3 divided by area of the concrete 62,500. Now the stress in concrete at the level of steel is equal to 4.71 Newton per mm square. It is 4.71 Newton per mm square. Now the loss will be equal to creep strain multiplied by Young's modulus of steel into FC. 30 into 10 raised to minus 6 into 210 into 10 raised to 3 multiplied by 4.71. Now the loss is equal to 29.67 Newton per mm square. Loss due to creep is equal to 29.67 Newton per mm square. The next step, we shall calculate the loss due to shrinkage. That is, loss due to shrinkage is equal to shrinkage strain multiplied by the Young's modulus of the steel. Shrinkage strain is 200 into 10 raised to minus 6. Young's modulus of the steel 210 into 10 raised to 3. Now the loss due to shrinkage of the concrete will be equal to 42 Newton per mm square. Loss due to shrinkage of the concrete is equal to 42 Newton per mm square. Next one, we need to calculate the losses due to pre-stressing. This relaxation of the steel. Loss is equal to 5% of the initial stress. ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅದನ್ನ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 1591.55 ಇದೆ. ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನಲ್ಲಿ 5% ಲಾಸಸ್ನ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್. 5% ಆಫ್ ದ initial stress in the cable, 5 divided by 100, which is equal to 0.05. 0.05 into initial stress 1591.55, which is equal to 79.58 Newton per mm square. Since it is a pre-tension member, we need to restrict the calculation up to only 4 losses. It is elastic shortening, loss due to shrinkage, creep, and relaxation. Because in case of post-tension members only, we can expect the additional 2 losses. That is, loss due to friction as well as loss due to anchorage slip. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವೆರಡು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ because it is a pre-tension member. Now we need to sum up all these 4 losses. It is loss due to elastic shortening, creep, shrinkage, and relaxation. Now the total loss is equal to 182.74 Newton per mm square. Percentage loss is equal to total loss divided by initial stress into 100, which is equal to 11.48%. 11.48%. Now we can also calculate the effective pre-stressing force. It is initial stress minus loss. It will be the final pre-stress in the cable. That final pre-stress multiplied by area of the steel will going to give the final force in the cable. That is, final force is equal to pre-stress after all losses multiplied by cross-sectional area of the wires of all the cables. Hence it should be multiplied by 60 numbers because 60 numbers wires are present in this PSC beam. Hence the final pre-stressing force in the cable is 265.55 kilonewton after subtracting all the losses. After allowing for all the losses, the final pre-stressing force in the cable is 265.55 kilonewton. Yes, this is the solution. Any doubt in this problem? ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
No, sir.
Shall I move for the next problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next problem. A PSC beam of rectangular section 300 by 600 mm is pre-stressed by 5 numbers of 8 mm high tensile steels at 50 mm from the top and 15 members of 8 mm high tensile steel at 83 mm from soffit. The initial stress in wires is 1200 Newton per mm square. Estimate the loss of pre-stress in wire due to elastic shortening of the concrete. Assume modular ratio is equal to 6. ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ ನ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ? ವೈರ್ಸ್ ನ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಯರ್ ದ ಟಾಪ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಹೈ ಟೆನ್ಸೈಲ್ ವೈರ್ಸ್ and also near the bottom surface there are high tensile wires. Say the position, you can write it here. Cross sectional dimension is given 300 by 600 mm, and it is 300 meter wide and 600 mm deep. There are 5 numbers of wires at a distance of 50 mm from top of the beam. Top of the beam is the 50 mm ಇದೆ. Next ಏನಿದೆ? 15 members of 8 mm high tensile wires. 15 wires ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? From 83 mm from soffit of the beam. Soffit of the beam is the 83 mm distance ಅಲ್ಲಿ 15 wires ಇದೆ. Now, say these are the two locations of the wires. Now, while we are calculating the elastic shortening losses, we need to calculate the losses due to elastic shortening at the level of top fiber separately and at the level of bottom steel separately. Eradu level na later we can club the total loss. But for evaluating the losses due to elastic shortening, we need to calculate it separately at these two levels, at the level of top and at the soffit level. First we need to find out the eccentricity of the cable. Illi eradu position alli high tensile wires ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ first we need to find out the where is the CG of the steel. How to find out the CG of the steel? Yes, from the basic concept we have y bar is equal to a1 y1 plus a2 y2 divided by a1 plus a2. We can take any one as the reference axis. Either the soffit of the beam you can take as the reference axis, or top of the beam also you can take it as the reference axis. Say in this problem I have taken the soffit of the beam as the reference axis. Means with respect to soffit of the beam, I will going to find out the CG of the steel. Once with respect to the bottom or soffit of the beam, the CG is found out, I can easily find out the eccentricity. But what you have calculated here, that is y bar is equal to a1 y1 plus a2 y2 divided by a1 plus a2. Here I will going to take the wires at bottom at the soffit of the beam as a1 y1, and the wires at the top level I will going to take it as a2 y2. A1 area of the steel at the bottom fiber, pi d square by 4. How many wires are there? 15 wires. Pi d square by 4 into 15. Now what is the location of the wires from the soffit of the beam? 83 mm. It is 83 mm is the y1 distance. I repeat, A1 is area of the steel wires which are located at 83 mm from soffit of the beam. It is pi by 4 into 8 square, because 8 is the diameter of each wire. Pi by 4 into 8 square multiplied by 15 numbers, because there are 15 numbers at this level. 15 into y1 distance ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬೀಮ್ ಇಂದ ಈ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಇರೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 83 mm ಇದೆ. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ 83 ಪ್ಲಸ್ a2 y2. a2 means area of the steel at this level, that is 50 mm from the top of the beam. Pi d square by 4 into ಎಷ್ಟು numbers ಇದೆ at the top level? There are 5 wires into 5 into y2 distance. Y2 means with respect to bottom soffit of the beam, I am calculating the distance. The overall depth of the beam is 600 mm. From top of the beam, the wires are located at a distance of 50 mm. It implies that from the bottom, it should be 600 minus 50 mm. It is 550. Repeat. We have to take y2 as the position of the steel from soffit of the beam. Axis as the soffit of the beam. Hence, this y2 will be equal to total 600 minus 50 mm. It is 550 mm. Whole divided by a1 plus a2. And combining 15 plus 5 here, it is 20 wires. 5d square by 4 into 20. Now the y bar is equal to 200 mm. The position of CG of the steel is located at 200 mm from where? I have taken soffit of the beam as the reference axis. Means from the soffit of the beam, the CG of the steel is located at a distance of 200 mm. 200 mm. Say this y bar is equal to 200 mm from bottom of the beam. Now, once we know the CG of the steel from bottom of the beam, can we calculate the eccentricity? Eccentricity implies it is the vertical distance between CG of the concrete and CG of the steel. CG of the concrete, it will be exactly at the centroid of the section, that is concrete section, exactly at the center of the concrete section. Now this eccentricity will be equal to, this half of the depth is 300 mm, 300 minus 200. Now the eccentricity is equal to, it is E is equal to 300 minus 200, which is equal to 100 mm. So this is the eccentricity. And also we need to calculate the pre-stressing force in the cable. Initial stress he has given, and also cross-sectional area. By using the diameter of the wire, we can calculate the cross-sectional area. 1200 into pi d square by 4 into total number of wires, 15 plus 5, it is 20 wires. Pi d square by 4 into 20. Hence the pre-stressing force in the cable will be equal to 1206.37 kilonewton. So this is the pre-stressing force in the cable. Now coming to the loss due to elastic shortening. As I told earlier, we have to calculate at the level of top surface and at the level of bottom steel separately. At the level of top steel, P by A plus P into E divided by I into YT. At the level of bottom steel means P by A plus PE divided by I into YB. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Only this position of the steel will going to change. In both the cases, the position of the steel will going to change. P divided by pre-stressing force in the cable, 1206.37 into 10 raised to 3 Newton, divided by cross-sectional area of the concrete, 600 by 300, plus moment due to pre-stressing force, 1206.37 into 10 raised to 3 into 100. 100 ಏನಿದು? That is the position of the steel. It is eccentricity, moment due to P into E. E is the eccentricity. Eccentricity is 100 mm. Divided by moment of inertia of the rectangular section, BD cube by 12 into. Now, what is the position of the top steel? Top steel ಯಾವ position ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ from CG of the concrete ಅಂದ್ರೆ this 300 minus 50 ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 250. 250 above the neutral axis ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಸಾರಿ above the centroidal axis of the concrete ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನ minus 250 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. It is very important. Sign is very important. Since it is above the centroidal axis of the concrete, the position of the steel wires, we need to take it as negative sign, minus 250. On simplification, we get stress in concrete at the level of top steel as 1.12 Newton per mm square. In the same way, we need to calculate stress in concrete at the level of bottom steel, FC at bottom steel, which is equal to P by A plus P into E divided by I into YB. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? YB ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. YB ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಈ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಟೋಟಲ್ 300 ಇದೆ. 300 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 83 ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 217 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. It is the only change when compared with the previous step. 217 na ಬರೀಬೇಕು. On simplification, we get stress in concrete at the level of bottom steel as 11.55 Newton per mm square. Now you got the FC values, hence loss at the level of top steel is modular ratio 6 multiplied by stress in concrete at the level of top steel 1.12, which is equal to 6.72 Newton per mm square. This is the loss at the level of top steel. Remember, this is the loss of stress due to elastic shortening at the level of top steel. In the same way, loss due to elastic shortening at the level of bottom steel is equal to modular ratio multiplied by stress in concrete at the level of bottom steel. 6 into 11.55, which is equal to 69.3 Newton per mm square. Now we can club these two losses at the level of top steel and at the level of bottom steel. Total loss due to elastic shortening is equal to 76.02 Newton per mm square. 76.02 Newton per mm square. So this is the total loss. Any doubt in this problem? Any doubt in this problem? ಏನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆನಾ?
Sir, ಅದು position of the steel ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅರ್ಥಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ sir.
ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ?
ಇದು sir, elastic shortening.
Elastic
Bottom
shortening
steel and top steel.
at the level of top steel. Top steel ಅಲ್ಲಿ
Sir,
ಅಂದ್ರೆ top steel position ಅಲ್ಲಿ
central axis.
centroidal axis. CG of the concrete means exactly at the geometrical center of the concrete. Geometrical center overall depth ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 600 ಇದೆ. Means at this level means 300 from both the ends. ಹೌದಾ? So this is the centroidal axis of the concrete. ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆನಾ? CG of
Yes,
the
sir.
So this is the CG of the concrete. At the level of top steel ಅಂದ್ರೆ position ಏನಿದೆ? Here we are going to use different terms. P into E. E is eccentricity. Eccentricity means it will be same for both the cases. At the level of top steel also it remains same. At the level of bottom steel also it will be same. Eccentricity ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 100 mm ಇದೆ. ಎರಡು ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ 100 mm ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. When coming to the position of the top steel, position of the top steel ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ CG ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಇಂದ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟಾಪ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 300 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 300 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 50 ನ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 250 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೇನಿದೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಾಯ್ಡಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಗಿಂತ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇದೆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟಾಪ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅದನ್ನ -250 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದೇ ನಾನು ಅಟ್ ದ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ, ಅಟ್ ದ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್, ಅಟ್ ದ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 15 ವೈರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಲೊಕೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ? ಸಾಫಿಟ್ ಇದ್ದ 83 mm ಇದೆ. ಸಾಫಿಟ್ ಇದ್ದ 83 ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಾಯ್ಡಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಇದ್ದ ಎಷ್ಟಿರಬೇಕು? 300 - 83, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 217 mm. 217 mm ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ 217. Hence I have substituted 217. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ? ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಲೋ ದ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಾಯ್ಡಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ? ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆ ಅಬೋವ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಾಯ್ಡಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಇದೆ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Still any doubts in this problem? Are you having any doubts in this problem? Ishtana? Shall I go further or shall I take it in the next class?
Next class, sir.
Okay, next class I will go with the remaining problems and I will also going to brush up the 5th model. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you.